Hey everybody, I'm Rob Freeman, and today we're answering the question, what is ordinance or law coverage? Well, ordinance or law is a specific term that you may have run across in a property insurance policy, and that's because it is a type of property insurance coverage that will protect you from unexpected expenses in the event that your building suffers a direct physical loss that kicks in the enforcement of a code, a building ordinance or law that requires you to spend extra money to comply with that code. So an example, and we're going to talk about 3 specific types of ordinance or law coverage in this video. And an example of this would be like, say, a 100-year-old building that you own suffers some physical damage. And the local code enforcement officer comes out when you're rebuilding it or you're getting a permit, and they inform you that you have to upgrade all the electrical wiring, or maybe you need to install insulation, or you have to comply with some other code that didn't exist when your building was built. Or an example would be, say you own that 100-year-old building and half of it, or 40% of it, is destroyed, and then 60% of it is fine, is undamaged. But the code enforcement officer could also require you to demolish the remainder of that building, the undamaged portion of that building, before you can even start to rebuild. And so what ordinance or law coverage does is it protects you in those types of situations. And there's 3 different types of ordinance or law coverage that you should be aware of. The first is called Coverage A. Coverage A is called coverage for the undamaged portion of the building. Coverage B is called demolition cost, and coverage C is called increased cost of construction. And all 3 of those are important for you to consider when you're looking at property insurance coverage, because you never know if you have an older type building and it was built prior to certain building codes coming into place. If you have a claim from some direct physical damage, the local code enforcement officer could require you to expend more money than your insurance would otherwise pay for. So those 3 coverages, A, B, and C, are designed to help you think through not only what would happen if you had to pay to repair the undamaged portion of the building or upgrade it, or if you had to demolish that part of the building, or if any increased cost of construction that you would have to have in the event that you had to upgrade the building. And some of these coverages are going to require you to think a little bit and make some estimations for what is the cost of increased cost of construction? You have to think about that. What would it cost to actually demolish and remove the debris from a building that say you had to demolish part of the building because they wouldn't let you rebuild it? So it's just those types of things that you're going to think about, but it's better to think about them now before you find out that after you have a claim, you realize that you don't actually have coverage. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful. If you have questions about property insurance coverage, or you need property insurance, especially in New York, where these new energy efficiency laws are really kicking in and require building owners to comply with them, and this is an example of where ordinance or law would come in and really help you out. So anyway, look forward to helping you and hearing about what you're working on. Thanks again. Hope this is helpful, and have a great day.